presents. Well, this is Fake Fiction. Not normally on Fridays, but I might, throw one on whenever I put the rest of a story or, one part of it or something out. Because now Slumber Guard 2, Part 2 is out there, so that's the whole story, the first one out of 4. I hope you liked it, or hope I didn't ruin anything from in the end by beating a dead foreshadow. And I don't really have a no. Oh yeah, so I talked about combining last time how I would be combining a bit of shush with the fake fiction. So I think I've come up with a way of doing it. I'm just trying to settle on I can't. I mean, I'm going to change the name because I want to keep that the same. And of course, it's all fake fiction anyway. I'm fake fiction, and so I think I don't know what the hell I'll do, but I'll title this one what I want to title it, which you already saw. So of course I don't have anything in the way of music, but I'm gonna try to get, soldier through this really quickly. I don't want to draw this out, and I thought for the mood of in light of what's gonna be said, here's the closest thing I have to a theme for it. That's it. Now, yes, Slumber Guard 2. Okay, it's called the Lazy Hippo cut. Got to cut 2, and I had gotten rid of about 85% of the mistakes, the boo-boos, the flubs, and I stopped there. I said that's good enough. And so, yeah, thank you at least for that. So, or, thank me at least for that. I mean, yeah, because, yeah, I mean, it's miles better. I wouldn't suffer those little bits, especially towards the end. I don't know what the hell was going on. But it wasn't really bad, and you should be able to understand, get the main points without any of the mistakes. So that's Slumber Guard. That's fun. That's done. That's done. I'm trying to think of what's next, and it might end up being a surprise. But I do have to put into story. Although, while I'm doing that, I'm working on next week's. In next week's episode of Days of General Restlessness. It'll be Wednesday. That'll be episode 4. Yeah, I think. Yeah, that should be 4. Yeah, no, yeah, 4. That's right. Now the ongoing. So this one, an interesting resident is added, or better said, has always been there in Tempest. But you'll see what that comes to, and of course, with these two. Well, you saw him coming into town at the end of the last one, and obviously he knows Miss Jones in the red dress. But how it's just when I decided, I was like, really, you're gonna do that? It doesn't matter what I do; I'll just do it my own way, and I don't care about what legends really say or what really happened, because I don't care. I just sort of have fun with it. So now with more fake is going to be part of the fake fiction now, and that's probably where I'm not talking about the stories as much. But I might. Of course I will, like I just did. I'm not struggling, but for the next morning serial, I can't even remember the damn names of my own podcasts. I guess I don't know if I'm gonna leave Bit of Shush sitting there or not. I don't know. I could utilize it in the future. I guess I could actually create. No, these are my two companion. original podcast. I just merged the third into the second. Yeah, so the only other thing is I guess to talk about my day, because it was a bit surreal and I don't know, not really upsetting, because it's like, how can you be upset about something that you've known all along as a possibility? You can't, it's not like it's a shock. Oh my God. But, hoped it didn't have to come to it. But, it was good and bad. It was a mixed bag today. I had to get up. It was, my doctor's appointment was at 10. And it wasn't too far. Uber's got surprisingly quick. And I didn't have a lot of time, but just needed the time to shower. And because let me tell you, I don't care who you are, remember this: every time you go to the doctor, you better take a shower. Yeah, that's just polite. I don't know. I guess I'm not a doctor, so I have no idea what kind of things they go through. Where was I? Okay, so yeah, we got over there by 10. And now, my first clue that this was like not just a doctor's office, but the actual radiation place, is the fact that it was you go in and then you go down a floor from the ground floor. That was my first clue that they told when she told me that when we had made the appointment. But I'm so mad at this damn phone. I was, recording, and oh my God! First of all, this place was like walking into, a 4-star hotel lobby. It was amazing. They could have had better chairs though. So we're in the and here's my second clue. It wasn't an exam room. It was a consultation room. So, Scott, of course, familiar with all this, and they come in, and he kind of pussyfoots around for a minute, and then he's, I don't know if he, because a lot of times you can tell if you're talking to somebody whether they understand or not. Some people are good at, letting it not show, but I mean, some people just, they eventually crack because, it's confusing them because they don't understand the words that are being said. And I understood exactly what he was saying, and I think he had commented on my, some of my tattoos, my Doctor Who tattoos, and he goes, "Oh, Doctor Who." So I guess he figured I could, pick up pretty, intricate concepts. Yeah, and he looked younger than his picture, and like remarkably younger. And oh my God, I can't. I'm sorry, I can't tell you I think doctor-patient confidentiality might run the other way too. I don't think I'm allowed to tell you about. But I got the notion that I guess probably his wife would be too, gay friendly. Oh, yeah, he's been in Atlanta, I guess, a long time. We were talking about the old days, and then of course it was Scott. Anyway, so I am going to have radiation. I of course not only catching it early, but it happened to be a type of cancer where the cells were like up at the, what do they call it, the hair something surface or layer, right up, close to the being outside. and he said it's rare for this, when you get this type of cancer, it's rare. So, leave it to me. And they're, and with that being that close to the surface, they treat it as they would skin cancer. And I was like, well, that makes sense. And it's just radiation, not chemo, which is good. Another plus. He said, there could be an issue with sterility. And I guess he just has to say that because he already, knew that Scott was my husband. And, but, he did, I guess he has to pretty much tell you the different things that could happen. I'm like, whatever. Kind of already know, from watching medical shows like Grey's Anatomy. Oh, so it's going to be. I go back next Tuesday for. Oh, I can't remember what it's called. I'm going to call it priming because that's what word comes to mind. Then it's going to be 5 days a week, but we had to Uber to the office, which wasn't far, but it's an offshoot of the hospital that's across the street from us. So he said that he can do them there, and that'd be great because I can walk. And they got that, and now that we know they've got that tunnel underneath Peachtree, it's even better. So yeah, that's it. 5 days a week for 4 weeks, and Scott, of course, I have no idea what the average is or anything like that. But Scott's like, yeah, that's not too bad. I guess from all I've heard now, even from Colleen's husband, that the last week will be rough. So, what are you gonna do though? It's like, yeah. What are you gonna do? I can't cut my butt off. That would solve it. It certainly would. Slide down a giant cheese grater, but I get, you just, I have to. I'm a tree I can bend, and I can also lift up my roots and move to a better location. So, it's just gonna happen. Just like I've been doing for 19 years. Just go to the doctor. It's just a doctor's appointment, and then okay, you want me to take that? Okay, whatever. And at least I'm doing it, and instead of but I listen and everything I've learned, and so we the plus though to going over there is that one, it was right next to one of those that has 2 eyeglasses for free. America's Best, that's it. Scott had gotten an eye exam there, and it turned out with his this is where they get you. It turns out with his prescription, it was going to be like $600, and he left, and they didn't give him his prescription. But I figured they would have given it to him with everything because it's his, and they hadn't. So we stopped by and he got it. And then we went in Office Depot, and I got a new mouse because the other one was just dying. Old. It's not ancient, but it's cordless. So it's not ancient, but that might be decided to some people actually. And so the plus to being over there also is my favorite dining establishment, and that's. Am I allowed to say this on the air? I think so. I can say what the fuck I want. Taco Bell. Hell, who doesn't want free publicity? Taco Bell. And I always get the same thing. Normally. Sometimes you beef up your order for various reasons, like it's a lazy day and you don't want to cook later or something like that. Or, you want something for breakfast. Or any reasons. 2 bean burritos, both with added guacamole and sour cream. I actually walked a whole 5 miles using a tracker to find the closest Taco Bell. Just thought of it off the top of my head. It started at my psychiatrist's office, and a Mexican pizza, and then of course that's where the Baja Blast began, and I love that soda, and I'm loving that we can get it now in the stores. So Taco Bell, and I really had to pee. I wanted to. I was like, I can hold it. I don't want to ask. I wasn't going to ask America's Best because based on what happened with Scott, they probably would have been like, for customers only. Well, look, he's got a prescription that proves that he was a customer. And Office, I don't like. if the store is just a big open space, I usually don't like their bathroom. So that's just, I don't know. They creep me out, especially when they're like in the back room and there's no, there, no ceiling. It's still, the walls, of course, but you or kind of see the ductwork or whatever's up above. Those creep me out. And I also don't like ones you have to walk through the storeroom. I'm like, how is this not putting some of your inventory in danger? So let me light a cigarette for this last bit. So, a thing had happened, and it made me to where I can't tell a lot of details, and it's not pertinent completely to what happened today. But I got to where I did not want to. Okay, back up a little further. I was still grieving for all three, Kiki, Farrah, and Eve. I think they all got mixed up and extended each other, and I was going through different stages at the same time, and then when Cleo had to go, it was just when Eve went, it just really kind of started falling apart, and then after Cleo, and then something happens, and I get kind of scared and crazy, and I had to focus on several different things, and so I was like, towards the end of the year, I was like, especially when we started thinking about the wedding, I'm like, okay, I just have to put that grieving aside for now. I have to, I pause it because I need to focus on these other things, and this is the one that's taking so much of me because of, it lingers and it, it just hurts so much still, and I'm still not done, but have had it, had to put it away. Now, two things have happened. I'll tell you about the one. So we go to the Taco Bell, and I go, we order, and then I go to the bathroom. And there was nobody in the bathroom, and they had a urinal and then a very, one of the nice big, I don't really care for that either, when you're like far away from the bathroom door, the toilet's like over in the corner, and the door is like 11 feet away or something. I don't like that either. It's creepy. So I go in there, and as I'm closing the door, I think to myself, I'm alone in here, and nobody that I wouldn't want to can see or hear me. And I cried for a little bit because of the crying I've been holding in, and it was like, rapid, flashes of images of the cats, like, if somebody had, rapid flashes in a show, like when they're regaining their memory or something like that. And that's exactly what it was like. And it had been so long, and I had to really, like, stop myself really fast because, I could have really gotten, and, because I'm like, okay, rein it in, I give myself some time sometimes, and I've some places that I've realized and that I didn't even think of, but and then I thought, and it was all about them. It was my dad included. It was all about the grief, and so I was like, okay, rein it in, and as soon as I did, it came for the fact that I'm gonna have to have radiation. And it's not even like I'm all that upset about that. I mean, I don't like it, but I'm not going to fume about it and stomp my feet and bitch about it, the whole time. Because that's just, negative energy, and I don't want to generate any negative energy right now. Oh, but at other times, yeah. So that was unexpected, and I will go ahead and tell you the second thing, because what else was unexpected was right about the time I started doing the podcast, I had a dream. No, not that dream. I had a dream, though, and Cleo and my father were in it. And I don't know how I found out, because it's a dream, so, who knows, and anything can happen. Cleo wanted me to come be with her again, yeah. And when I woke up, be with us actually. And when I woke up, I was at first it made me not like contemplate suicide or anything, but it would it made me think differently about what might happen after death, and kind of like having a paradigm shift in my belief system. I'm not sure, maybe I flipped from atheist going back to agnostic or something, but it really made me wonder, because I felt it. It was something that she, not like she told me, but that I felt, and I could feel that's what she wanted. And her message lingered for so long after she woke up, and I just kept thinking about it, and I'm like, of course, one of the first things I thought of was, because I'll do this all the time anyway, oh, is that a pimple? I'm going to die soon. And then I set up the Clumsy Hippo studio, before that I did, but then I came in here to do a podcast, one of the first, or not one of the first, but kind of in the middle. I'm around, this is 13, so let's just say around 6 or 7. And her damn urn is in here. I brought it in here so that she could be close to me. And I'm wondering if she was asking me to come back, do more podcasts, because I've been doing them in the living room and out on, and so I'm gonna have to take her back out with me, which is fine, because I've got space for her. I kind of put her away after or during Christmas because of Gypsy getting at the ribbon or the tassel on it, but I'm fine without a tassel. She's not gonna, that was the only thing that really enticed her, Gypsy. So yeah, I'm my dead cat is sending me messages. That is something new, and I'm trying to figure out whether her wanting me to come be with her meant come back into the studio, because I'd been out of it for a while. I think it was surgery time too, or I'm getting ready to die. So, it was one or the other. So, we'll see what happens. All right, that's Fake Fiction, episode number 13. And I will see you guys probably Monday, because that's the normal day for Fake Fiction, now with more fake. Have a good weekend.